Hello everyone. Stay safe at home and focus on your studies. I am Sujata Tripathi, your English teacher, and today I am back with a new chapter from your English grammar book, Primary and Modal Auxiliaries. Let's get started. Primary and modal auxiliaries. Verbs can be categorized into main verbs and auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are known as helping verbs also. Now we will discuss main verbs. What are main verbs? Main verbs can stand on their own in a sentence. They have a meaning of their own. Here are some examples. Number 1. I play in the park. Play is the main verb. Number 2. My friend goes to school every day. Goes is the main verb. Now we will discuss auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. What are auxiliary verbs or helping verbs? Auxiliary verbs are used with other verbs to complete the meaning of a sentence. They do not have a meaning of their own, but when used with the main verbs, they convey complete sense. So now we came to know the auxiliary verbs don't have any meaning. So when they used with the main verb, they give us the complete meaning. Here are some examples. Number 1. My father is going to the office. In this sentence, is the auxiliary verb, going is the main verb. Number 2. We are watching a film. Our auxiliary verb, watching main verb. Auxiliary verbs are of two kinds. Number 1. Primary auxiliaries. Number 2. Modal auxiliaries. Now we will discuss primary auxiliaries. What are primary auxiliaries? Primary auxiliaries can act as main verbs or as helping verbs. As helping verbs, they show the number and person of the subject. They are used to form questions and negative sentences also. There are three primary auxiliary verbs. Number 1 be, second number is have, and third number is do. First we will discuss be. It shows the state of being of a person or thing. Its different forms are be, is, are, was, were, being, and been. It is used in the formation of continuous tenses. Here are some examples. Number 1. I am reading a storybook. In the first sentence, I am reading is the verb and it is in the present continuous tense. Second example, he was working in the field. In the second sentence, was working is the verb and it is in the past continuous tense. It is used in the formation of the passive means to show that the action is more important than the doer. Here are some examples. Number 1. The gate was opened by Rina. The first sentence was opened is the verb and it is in the passive voice. Second example. This letter was written by my sister. The second sentence was written is the verb and it is in the passive voice. It is used to show a command. Some examples are here. Number 1. You are to leave right now. Number 2. You are to write your name at the top of each sheet of paper. So in both the sentences, it is used as a command. It is used to indicate a plan, arrangement, or agreement. Here are some examples. Number 1. I am to see him tomorrow. Second example. We are to be married next month. Now we will discuss have. It shows that an action has already been completed. Its different forms are have, has, had, having. It is used in the formation of the perfect tenses. Some examples are here. Number 1, the children have completed their homework. In the first sentence, have completed is the verb and it is in the present perfect tense. Second example, he has been working. Here, has been working is the verb and it is in the present perfect continuous tense. It is used with the infinitive to indicate obligation. Some examples are here. Number 1, we have to go there immediately. Second number, he has to move the furniture himself. So here to go is the infinitive verb, to move is the infinitive verb. Here this have and has both are using with the infinitive verb. It is used to show ownership. Some examples are here. Number 1, Mr. Sen has 10 lakh rupees in the bank. Number 2, I have a red frock. First sentence has, second sentence have are the verbs and both has and have showing the ownership. Now we will discuss do. It shows action. Its different forms are do, did, does, doing, done. It is used to form the negative and interrogative sentences of the simple present tense and simple past tense. Here are some examples. Number 1, I do not like sweets. It is a negative sentence. Do not, it is in the simple present tense. Second number, he does not like sweets. This is also a negative sentence and does not also is in the simple present tense. Third number, he did not work. This is a negative sentence but did not, it is in the simple past tense. Fourth number, do you know the answer of this question? It is an interrogative sentence. Do is in the simple present tense. 5 number, did he work? It is also an interrogative sentence. Did is in the simple past tense. 6 number example, does Ravi go to school every day? It is also an interrogative sentence. Does, it is in the simple present tense. It is used to emphasize the affirmative nature of a statement. Here are some examples. Number 1, you do look pale. Number 2, I told him not to go, but he did go. It is used to make the statement in imperative sentences. Number 1, example, do let me know. Second example, do be quiet. So both the sentences, do let me know, do be quiet, both the sentences are imperative sentences.